Hi, I'm Kev. This is Keeping Up with KJ podcast. Today's episode is on air conditioning. It's episode 4, and today I have a special guest with me. It's Josh. He's come from TNF Solutions, and he's going to tell us everything aircon. So, introduction to the show. We're going to be quizzing Josh on his knowledge and also his story. We're also on obviously how he's going to aircon. Also, we're going to go over Keeping Up with KJ, couple of videos, and we also obviously have some other news as well. So we're going to do a news section. So we'll start straight away. Thank you for coming, Josh.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, pleasure to have you. So you're in the aircon game. You did a bit of plumbing and heating before that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're mainly on the
mainly I'm in the merchant side.
yeah.
So within the plumbing, the heating industry for 6 years, and I've been in the air conditioning world.
How did you really get into it?
Funny story actually. So probably about when I was 18, 19, I worked for a solar panel seller, cold calling company.
Okay.
When solar was a big thing.
Yes.
And
First ways.
Yeah, first wave where you could get massive prices for your energy, selling it back to the grid.
Yeah.
So worked for a cold calling company there. Didn't really like the ethics behind the selling practices and all that sort of stuff. So that's
hard cold calling.
Yeah. I enjoyed it because I'm quite personable and enjoyed speaking to customers, but not really the ethics behind when the salesman went to people's houses and tried to force it into people's houses.
Yeah.
With the knowledge about what was going on. So sort of got into that sort of trade, and then thought I wanted to work in a merchant, and luckily found a position at BSS.
Yes.
In the contracting side, which really enjoyed. And
they're more commercial, aren't they?
Commercial, yeah, mainly commercial. Do a little bit of domestics, but PTS and the likes of the smaller domestic guys do that. But yeah, we're more commercial.
Are they under the same umbrella as PTS and everything? Because the branding is
so. Yes, they were. So Travis Perkins owned PTS, as well as Wix, BSS, and obviously TF Solutions, where I'm at now. But they sold that side off probably about 6-7 years ago now. And obviously Wix have sort of taken that mantle of being the sort of plumbing supply for the company.
Right. Okay. So obviously you're at BSS, you've gone to TF. So it was just a natural progression.
Well, I was obviously in the plumbing and heating world for 5 years. Pretty much till the start of COVID. Saw a lot of transition to renewables, a lot of transition to air conditioning, heat pumps, ventilation. So saw the growth potential in the business on that side.
Definitely, yeah.
Obviously, it was natural progression from going from plumbing and heating to air conditioning and having a business within the network that supplied that sort of gear and dealt with those sorts of contractors. So really, it was a natural thing to follow whether I thought the market was leading. So
yeah, it definitely is into it. We're all being like guided towards renewables and
massive, and obviously COVID's played a massive part. Into ventilation, driving people to work from home, which obviously led to people moving into air conditioning because people working from home now, gone from offices which were air conditioned to people's homes where now obviously the heat has started to rise. Global warming maybe a bit part of that. So people now investing a little bit more time into the spaces that they've got at home.
Definitely. One thing I picked up, obviously I've been a heating engineer for over 20 years, and 20 years ago I hadn't even thought about having aircon at home.
No, and to be fair, before I got into the fields, didn't really strike me as something that was sort of readily available out there. And the companies that I worked for in the past, no one's ever had air conditioning. So, but now I've been to this field, it seems like it is out everywhere.
And it's ideal, isn't it, really? If you think about it, if you work from home, you've got an office, you just need to heat that space in the winter and cool that space in the summer. You've got like a all year round.
Device does all that for cheaper than your central heating systems.
So
cheaper to install. And it's not the most attractive thing, but it's not bad. I think it adds something to people's houses, and that gives you the comfort that you need all year round. And it is getting hotter, no doubt about it. And I remember over that COVID period when a lot of people were off, I think we had the hottest temperatures for years,
Yes, we did.
which drove a lot of people to invest in it and start to actually understand it a little bit more. And I think that's the biggest thing that we've experienced is the understanding of what air conditioning can do
Yeah,
and the benefits of it. So
yeah, definitely. Like this summer already
yeah,
is nothing like last year, is it? I know British weather's always going to be all over the place, but
yeah,
it's been probably 2-3 weeks where it's been dry every day,
yeah.
and
Yeah, last 2 years has been a little bit miserable in terms of weather. It's been a lot of rain, but this year we've started off quite nice.
yeah,
And it only takes 3 or 4 decent weeks of sunshine, and then people are crying out for air conditioning. I know I am when it's hot in the evenings and I'm just
yeah,
rolling around trying to get to sleep.
yeah. You forget about it because it's probably that traumatic till it's gone, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
And it's only like, oh God, where's that fan in garage? And you just don't quite cut it. It's noisy.
Yeah, yeah, and people grim and bear it
Yeah.
for the few weeks that you've got that sunshine. But the thing is, obviously, with air conditioning, a lot of people don't understand, or people are starting to understand, is obviously when it starts getting colder, then it turns to heating. So it's that instant heat that you can get rather than turning on your whole central heating system to heat one bedroom when you're upstairs. You've got a unit which turn on, get your room to temperature, and then drop down again.
Yeah, and it's cost effective as well. It's not
And yeah,
expensive, is it?
no,
So I was really surprised when I first started getting into it. When I first looked into it a number of years ago now, how cheap it actually is. Like I say, it's cheaper than
yeah,
well,
probably about 1/3 of the cost of running a central heating system.
yeah,
It's instantaneous, so it happens instantly. And obviously, once you get your room down, temperature turns off again. And most of the time, you put heating on, you just leave it on wait, overnight.
yeah,
To mediate the temperature. Obviously, air conditioning will just cycle on and off as it needs to come on and off. So
yeah. And I don't work at home anymore. I've got obviously an office, but that if like in the winter, I'd have the central heating on,
yeah,
or like through the winter, if I were doing an office day, I'd have the heating on all around the house. I could have just been heating one room if I had
yeah.
it at home at the time. So, yeah, it'd been a lot more cost effective on the old.
And that only solves half your problem, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Heating.
you've got climate control basically, ain't you?
Yeah.
Rather than just having to like it's hot, it's cold, or whatever. You just
Yeah.
can there's the heat. So, obviously, you moved over to TNF Solutions. What's your role?
So I'm the key account manager for Midlands. So I deal with all the contractors.
Oh, apologies. Yeah, I forgot to put that on silent. Hello, Kev Jones. Oh, it's Joe Roden. He's been
Yeah.
clearly been watching the podcast. Wanted to know if we wanted to go on to his next episode. So I'll get back to you. I'll let you admin get in touch with you. We'll email you soon. Cheers. Bye. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Dropped all my keys and everything out. Not like every day Joe Roden gives you a call, is it? So
Take that.
where were we?
Obviously to talk about my my experience and what I do for TF Solutions.
Of course.
So yeah, as I said, I'm the key account manager for TF in the Midlands. We're a nationwide stockist and technical wholesaler that supplies air conditioning, refrigeration, ventilation, and air source heat pumps.
Right.
To mainly the commercial sector, but obviously with the emergence of domestic installs for AC, obviously do a lot of AC for domestic applications as well.
Cool. So you're obviously supplying materials. You supply materials for our company as well.
Yeah.
For the aircon. So that's where the working relationship, and that's how I got to know Josh. So he works alongside us to make sure we get our technical surveys done correctly, and also obviously all the materials are supplied for us. So
Yeah, and it's just making sure that whatever we're supplying kit fits the bill, what the
mould,
customer wants, and making sure you've got all the necessary bits to complete your installation correctly into the most efficient way. So
yeah, exactly. So obviously, if you are looking for aircon, please contact us. You can contact us by phone or email. We'll book a technical survey in, and then Josh does the technical side in the background, and then yeah, once you're happy with everything, we move forward by installing your aircon system. So we can also obviously, any dwellings, we can also do commercial as well. So what's your plans for the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I think for me it's a constantly an evolving door in knowledge and understanding a field, because obviously I've been doing this for 4 years now. So my first few years I was just understanding the field, the market, all that. And now I've started to become a bit more technical, understanding the kit, understanding the processes of how it all works, and just designing systems, because obviously split systems on the house is quite easy, but when you get to more commercial, for offices, for warehouses, for everything else, it starts to get a little bit more complicated.
Yeah.
How the system works, and going from heat pump to heat recovery and everything else. So just understanding and sort of building my knowledge.
Bro. Well, I'm looking forward to obviously hearing some of these questions as well, because I am more technical on it than I used to be. Still little things what we can pick up on. So we're going to go through a series of questions which help you understand what aircon does and how it can help you, and also the different type of systems, etc. you can have. So on average, we've had a couple of questions in of people, and I know some of these are going to be varied answers. So I'm going to start with the classic. Well, everyone always asks,
How much does it cost?
how much does it cost for
Very open-ended question.
average family home? What would you be expecting it to cost?
It completely depends on how many rooms you're doing, the size of the house, the complexity of the system. So some people might have 2-bed, 1-bed houses. Some people might have 4-bed houses. So completely depends on the type of system, the type of units, how it's going to be to install it, and the brand of kit as well. There's 7 or 8 factors. If you think of it this way, if you're doing one room, you could be looking at 1,300 quid to spend to do one room. So if you've got a 3-bedroom house, kitchen, living room, you could be talking 5-6 grand for the house.
So it's dependent again.
Yeah, but like central heating systems, it will do every room, and it will cover you through the summer and the winter.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be on. So that cost initially to install, you'll make it back over time with the cost savings that you're not using your central heating systems.
That's it. So this is where the survey comes in, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, making sure you're selecting the right stuff, picking what's right for you. And then obviously you've got the fact that if people have started to have solar in the houses as well, it's pays for itself. The energy that you've generated, which isn't going back to the grid or whatever else you're using it for, will actually run your air conditioning for you. So it pays for itself if you've got the investment in your property already. So
perfect. Yeah, definitely. So obviously solar is something what we do as well. So we're all sort of becoming very much a one-stop shop. Doing a bit of everything. So just out that journey, customers already can trust us. We've fitted the borders in the past, then we can come and do your aircon and solar as well.
Yeah.
So like I say, aircon's a great addition.
And I think it's a bit more mainstream now. I think people are starting to understand it a bit more. They're seeing the benefits of the heating and the cooling aspects of it, and the cost savings. So I know for the last few years, it's been, like I said, since COVID as well, there's been a massive drive towards it. But a lot of people are starting to get involved in it. A lot of people are starting to want it just for the comfortability all year round. When people are sleeping at night, being able to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And just for productivity as well in offices. Obviously, the ventilation comes in part of that as well. But when people are comfortable in where they're working, people are more efficient.
100%. Yeah.
So having air conditioning for big corporate companies and for any company really, make sure your staff are comfortable, leads to increased generation of revenue from what they output. So
definitely. In all the years of doing central heating, people say what temperature to have. You need that ambient temperature.
Yeah.
That you're just comfortable. You're not even thinking about it. If you're not thinking about it, it's right.
Yeah.
And obviously with aircon and stuff, you can get that.
Yeah.
Again, can't you? So,
yeah.
Perfect. So you touched on it briefly. So what different types of systems obviously can we have?
So for domestic applications, you've probably got 4 or 5 standards. Most common is wall mounts. They go at the top of your wall. They're probably the most common one that people will have. Then you've got ducted units, which go above the ceiling voids, and then duct through grills in the ceiling.
Yeah, so that's like when you see like the vents.
Yeah. If you've got grills or vents coming out of the ceiling, they're probably your 2 most common when it comes to domestic. You have also got floor standing, which are like radiators that will sit in the room. And then you've got others like cassettes, which are for more commercial applications. But from time to time, if someone's got a big house, there are some fancy looking cassette units which just sit in the ceiling to distribute the air. So
so you can also have them in multiple rooms as well.
There's multiple different systems. So you've got obviously single split options, which is obviously 1 indoor, 1 outdoor. You've got multi-split systems, which is for multiple rooms, where you'll have 1 outdoor and then perhaps 4 indoors, 2 in your bedrooms, 1 in your living room, 1 in your kitchen.
Yeah.
That's all fed from the same outdoor. And that's pretty much the domestic application, and the types of systems you'd have in a domestic application. Obviously, there's others for more commercial applications, but
Yeah. And like central heating system, they've got pipework, haven't they?
yes.
So going from outdoor unit to indoor unit.
Yeah, so you have 2 sets of pipes going from your outdoor to your indoor,
Yeah.
what we would call a liquid and a suction line.
Yeah. Okay. So honestly, this answers itself, don't it? How long it takes is going to be dependent on how bigger a job it is. But
Yes, it's very dependent on how many units you have, the type of system you have, and just the size of the system, really. If you have one room, say 2.5 kilowatt in your bedroom, that could take 3 to 4 hours, depending on the complexity of it. If
yeah,
you're having 3 or 4 units, you're probably talking a few days. But like anything, it's hard to judge until you see what you've got to deal with.
it's another thing what gets explained to you on survey, ain't it?
Yeah, where the outdoors go in, where the pipe has to go in from, where the location of the indoor units are going, and then just making sure that it's all sized correctly, because there's a minimum maximum pipe runs you've got to have for your outdoor. So you can't have the pipes too long from the outdoor to your indoor, and you've got to make sure it's within.
Yeah, but indoor with the pipe work, it does go in a nice trunking, don't it? So it all
Yeah.
nice if it's on show, but then
Yeah.
it can all be hidden.
Hidden outside, so
Yeah.
people don't necessarily see the pipes. So it's all completely behind walls, and
Yes,
you don't see any
just like
pipes.
plastic trunking into it, basically.
Yeah.
Covers all the spaces. So, so obviously we've determined a few things there. So thank you for all that. So we know obviously it does heating, as well as cooling. So how does all that work? What's the technical side of things for us? It was
So you just reverse the cycle. So before I got in the field, I didn't understand how air conditioning worked. For some reason, and I think probably a lot of people don't understand it, you were sort of thinking you're taking air from outside and putting it indoors.
Yeah.
Which isn't the case, because how are you going to get that air from indoor to outdoor?
Yeah.
That's where ventilation is. That does. But obviously, with an air conditioning system, you're, as simple as it sounds, you're conditioning the air inside the room. So you've got your outdoor, which is taking heat or cold from outside. It's going through the gas in the system, which tends to be R32 or 410. The compressor will move that from the indoor to the outdoor in either a liquid state, going from the outdoor to the indoor. Then it turns back into a gas and comes back from the indoor to the outdoor. And you've pretty much got a valve in your indoor or by your outdoor, which changes the pressure of the gas to turn it into a liquid, which then flows through your fan coil unit or your indoor unit, and then allows that air to basically come back through the unit, be conditioned, and then come back out. And obviously, there's a filter in the unit as well, which filters the air, either heats or cools it, back into the room. So you're just really conditioning the air that's already in that room.
Yeah, just like
as simple as it is.
It is. And do you know a lot of you can see diagrams. And if you see a diagram of someone explaining like Josh just has, looked at it a couple of times and you soon work out it's quite straightforward how it works.
It's straightforward, but it's complex in how it works.
Yeah, it's a complex. Whoever created it, whoever's hats off to them.
Yeah.
But it's quite straight. It's the same as a boiler. You look at it, it's just circulation. It's quite straightforward again, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously boilers just dealing with water. Air conditioning is using gas.
Gas, yeah.
But not like your gas refrigerating system. It'll be refrigerant. Like I said, R32 or 410 would be in the condenser, passed around the system, and that's essentially just absorbing heat. And moving it from one place to other, whether it be cooling or for heating. It just reverses the cycle and does the opposite. Which is why you can only have one or the other, either heating or cooling, unless you're talking about a bigger system which allows both.
Yeah, exactly.
But you would only want heating in the winter and then cooling in the summer, so you're not going to use them for both, say, all year round.
So just like gas safe, gas boiler, you need to obviously have it done by a qualified engineer. So you have to have your F-gas.
So every engineer to install have to have done a course for F-gas, and every company that supplies it has to have a company F-gas. To say that they've got an engineer on the books that can install it, and that they're going to take the proper precautions when it comes to handling the gas and the installations.
So so that's what we've all clearly got got these qualifications, so that's why you can come to us. But yeah, it's one thing to check when you're having the surveys, make sure that they are F-gas registered, and they can obviously conduct the work correctly.
Yeah, and obviously the people like ourselves, we wouldn't sell it to people who haven't got an F-gas anyway.
Yeah,
And a lot of suppliers are pretty good in the air conditioning world. People don't supply to people who don't have those qualifications to first do the install and then second to purchase it.
it's not a DIY job, is it?
No, there are DIY kits out there which people sell online, but we wouldn't recommend anything like that because it's not. You're not playing with water here.
No,
you're playing with gas, and in the wrong hands, anything can be dangerous. So we'd always recommend that people go to the right people to get these installed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, definitely. So next, so just a bit about more cosmetic, I guess. So how big are the units on average for the indoor and outdoor?
Again, it's a varying factor depending on the size of the system you've got.
Yeah.
And depending on the type. So obviously a wall mount, you're talking 400 mil. In height, probably 600-700 in length. But again, it completely depends on the size. So obviously we work in BTU, so you've got 2.5 kilowatt, 3.5 kilowatt, 5, 7s, and every brand sort of works at different rates or what they size their units at. But depending on the size of the unit, completely depends on what the size it's going to be. So again, it's a varying factor, but we would size the rooms up based on what is required and tell you what size it would need to be. And obviously we supply spec sheets with all the information on for people to make a decision. So
we're basically giving tools
to make that decision themselves. Yeah. And obviously every brand's got their own different types of units, different looks to them, different colours, so they can obviously fit into different people's houses. We've got black units, red, white, silver, so there's a unit out there for everyone.
Yeah. Is there a recommendation where to fit it? Like, would you just advise where to install it?
Obviously it depends on space, and if you're going for a wall mount, you ideally want any unit sort of centrally. So if you had a room like this, you'd probably have it up there, just so the airflow you can move about. If you have it in a corner of a long room, you probably won't get the airflow from one side and distribution from one side to the other. So, and obviously we'd recommend where to put it when we're quoting a customer anyway. So
I think the bedrooms seem to be quite popular for people.
Yeah.
Especially, if you own a new home, or say a new home, anything built in probably the last 20 years, they get really hot upstairs.
Most new builds we supply a lot into because, like I said, they're so efficient at keeping the heat in. When it's hot,
It's too hot.
it's too hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of new builds tend to go for AC.
You can have a nice little unit corner in
your bedroom. Yeah.
Unit on the outside wall there, so there's minimal pipe work.
Yeah.
You can keep calling these hot days when they come around.
Yeah, and obviously people are having people around a lot nowadays, and people are having big open plan kitchens and dining rooms. So
Yeah.
having people come over obviously creates another heat load in these areas, and obviously as we get hotter summers and hotter climates, like in foreign countries, a lot of foreign countries have air conditioners as standard. When you go abroad in hotels, everywhere's got AC.
It's always nice when you've been outside.
Yeah, you come in and your ACs are.
Can't wait to get
And we're slowly transitioning into that, and obviously the heating and the cooling element as well. Obviously we have really cold winters, which obviously this pays into the fact that it's not just a cooling device for in the summer, it's a heating device, which saves you money over there.
potentially be central heating if one of your rooms is a bit cooler.
Yeah, 100%.
If you got a lot of glazing or anything like that in winter and your house is not efficient, it can sometimes just be an added boost.
Yeah.
So it's a good little thing. One little thing I wanted to ask you as well.
Yeah.
VAT.
Yeah.
On domestic.
Yeah, so because it's heat pump technology, same as air source heat pumps, there's no VAT on domestic applications.
Really?
So the contractor will just claim that back with their VAT returns. So yeah, completely free for that.
Free VAT on domestic installs.
Yeah, and because of the efficiencies and the money saving aspect and global warming, it's a lot cheaper to run and it's better for the environment. So it's a good time to get it while it's still free. So
yeah, definitely, because it's never going to last forever. Nothing does it?
No, anything good comes and then they realise it goes to end. So
so take advantage of that now. No VAT on installs in domestic properties. So yeah, it's a great little deal there. You know,
It's a no-brainer. You've got the money and you're uncomfortable in your current living, and something like this would float your boat, then I'd definitely jump on it while you can.
yeah,
And
definitely.
it's not expensive, like I said. If you want just one room doing it's £1,800, a few months saving, and a lot of people can afford it. So
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely something to ponder about, isn't it, if you know, you have had uncomfortable summers.
yeah,
So on to the next thing. We're going to talk about what's in the news at the minute. So there's a couple of things what we're going to go over. I first wanted to mention, not massively into politics, but we do. I've seen a bit of the news the other day about Joe Biden, who was the ex president of the United States of America. Sadly, he's got prostate cancer, which is spread to his bones. Now, sadly, we hear about people getting cancer all the time, but it hit home with me because it's the same one what my granddad sadly died of. Must be around 20 to 21 years ago now. So I do remember it quite vividly. I was old enough to be about and see his come down really off it. So I'd like to wish anybody, obviously Joe Biden and his family, um, all the best, and look, dealing with the bad news and moving forward. But I'd also like to take the opportunity to make sure, obviously, prostate cancer can be lived with for many years, but it also can be slightly preventable as well. So you should go and get checked, especially if you're middle aged. Um, it's same with any cancer as well. Don't ever be scared of getting checked out. The doctors just a call at a GP. I know we all live busy lives. You think, oh, I'll be all right, especially men. Yeah, we think, oh, we'll be all right. I'll sort it out next week. Just go and get checked. Just you could save a lot of heartache and
yeah, it's better to
avoid
find it early.
yeah, avoid these things if we can.
It's people are starting to talk about things like that more as well, aren't they? So
Yeah, it's definitely more
it's
open.
not something to be shy about. I think you've got to take your life into your own hands, and like you said, we've all got busy lives, and we put our health behind us a lot of the time to focus on our goals now. But I think if you think about your future, I think it's good just to get tested and make sure they haven't got anything.
100%. I've done a bit of work for cancer research in the past and prostate cancer UK as well. So and that is because my family experience. I think the stats are like 1 in 2 now.
Yeah.
Or it used to be 1 in 3. It was 1 in 2 now. People they're gonna have cancer, so it's going to affect us all. So if you can do a bit, look after yourself and the people around you, and make sure you can talk about these things now. It's a bit more socially accepted. People will talk, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, just encourage anyone to talk, and if you've got any worries, just go and get checked. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the good thing about social media, though, isn't it? The
Yeah.
fact that people are being a bit more open and people talking about things and
Awareness.
and guys are coming out a little bit more and actually looking into these things because everyone's out for each other. And everyone can look after each other a bit more if we're just a bit more open. We talk about things, and especially in the construction trade, people tend to bottle things up and not deal with their problems. And
So Joe Biden in your family, we wish you well. On to other things. So as you all know, football is a big part of my life, and it always has been. I'm a big Nottingham Forest fan. I'm a season ticket holder. We've had an interesting couple of years. Josh, you're a Forest fan as well, I believe. Yeah. So so I've had a big couple of years going to the football. I seem to timed it right from stop playing and going to getting the season ticket 4 years ago. So it was good timing on my
yeah, same as me. To be fair, I got it halfway through the championship season, and
well, yeah. And football's a great thing to obviously mental health side of things. Just like it's a lot of people's get out of jail.
yeah, a lot of people in trades.
Yeah, it's helped me out massively. The time,
Sport,
I
and
must admit.
it's nice to get out with mates on the weekends, enjoy a few beers, and watch your local team.
Yeah, the social life side of things.
Yeah,
And obviously this year has been nobody expected it. I think we're all expected to go down Forest were, and we proved everything wrong. In a typical UK, we all love an underdog, don't we? So
yeah, we
all
do.
people behind us.
And there's still a lot to play for in the last game of the season.
So yes, it's all down to this last game of the season, Champions League. It's all very close. Forest are going to go to Europe no matter what. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to anywhere
Out
in Europe.
in
Yeah,
all over the world.
just if it's the Conference League, I'll have to learn how to pronounce a new few
Yeah,
teams' names as a
Pisa and
yeah.
in Brussels.
Yeah, so it's all exciting time for the football, and yeah, so I've been recording all season my experiences. So I've been to the home games. I've been fortunate enough to take my son to a couple as well, but I managed to take him to Arsenal's game, Tottenham's game away,
Yeah,
and we've been to Wembley. So yeah, it was
can't be bad.
can't be bad. Yeah, I've been really spoiled after 23 years of just
Of nothing,
of nothing. Yeah.
bouncing around and yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got obviously, I'm going to share the videos now of our season. You'll see obviously a bit of our routine about getting there. There'll be photos of the lads who I go with, and they're lads who I used to play football with. Some of them are just lads who I've known a long, long time. A good school with a couple. So yeah, so there's a really good friends, a bunch of lads who I'm fortunate to go with, and I've been lucky enough to take my son as well. So he's growing up in a golden era. He thinks this is normal.
Yeah, and he's probably fortunate to experience what Forest have experienced the last 4 years,
Yeah.
keeping up with Man City and Arsenal, and Liverpool, and beating Liverpool this season. And doing what they've done is amazing for the city and for everyone involved with Forest Football Club. So
Yeah, you were watching this weekend then?
I will be. Yes.
Yes. You managed to get a ticket?
No, I'm away this weekend, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to Whitby for the weekend with my family, but
Oh,
we'll be in a pub somewhere,
yeah,
making sure it's on the TV,
it's on Sky, so
rooting for
yeah, it would be a good
the
day.
team.
Yeah,
So.
so it's nice just to have a game over the season, and it's not.
And it's in
No,
Forest's
that-
hands as well. This is the big thing. It's sometimes you get to this part of the season and you're waiting for results to go your way, but Forest just need to do their job and beat Chelsea at home, which we've seen them do it before.
Yeah,
So
and then we'll worry about everything else. Then.
and we'll worry about everything else afterwards. But there's going to be some European football for next season, so
Yeah,
we're looking
definitely.
forward to it.
Yeah, it's
All
gonna be great.
the trips away.
No matter what happens. Yeah. So also, late that evening, it'll be Gary Lineker's last show.
Yeah,
He's decided to
hang up his glass.
hang up his microphone or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I can remember when he came in, took over Desmond Line in '99. So I've seen his full career on Match of Day.
yeah.
I must admit, I probably missed a big chunk of that in the middle, like when I was probably out and about enjoying life
Yeah.
rather than
Not staying at home on.
yeah, Saturday night. Well, it has come back round, and it's something like I enjoyed watching when I was younger, like I think everyone did who's a football fan.
Yeah.
And then obviously now it's evolving, it's on iPlayer.
Yeah.
Me and my son watch it every Sunday morning. It's the first thing we do. So, you know, it's nice memories. And yeah, so like Gary Lineker's just been like, he's
been the
5 minutes.
face. He's been the face of that for
Yeah.
since I've been watching football and watching Match of the Day. And he's all I've ever known, to be honest. And
I can remember Natalia 90, like footballing as well. So, you know, he was a terrific player, and
Yeah.
he's gone on to have a great career afterwards as well. So, yeah, well done, Gary Lineker, on a great career.
yeah, we'll see who comes next.
See who comes next. Enjoy your next chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, took a lot from him, and always, I think with Match of the Day, that's why it's always been different, because you get ex-professionals.
And their input on the game and
Points of
how it should be played.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've all got our own ideas of how people should play. And
Yeah. Does he just know it, and you listen to them because they play the
they
game
play it
level.
at the highest level. And a lot of us would never have played it at that sort of level and under the coaches that they've been under and
Yeah.
having the insight. It's nice to hear what they've got to say. Although sometimes we don't agree with it.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about it.
That is the good
Yeah.
thing about it, because we've all got our own opinions and no one's right. Everyone's got their own opinion, and
Yeah.
it's just how your take of it is. So
In this day and age, for like something like Match of the Day to carry on doing so well, where we can just watch, you can just, you know, you on your way home from the game, you can watch the highlights if you're on your phone. So for Match of the Day to still keep on going, and that's the value of the people who are actually doing it.
yeah,
In my eyes, you watch it more for what they're saying after. because you've already seen the highlights.
Yeah.
You're watching probably extended highlights, but you want their opinion on it.
And there's the people that don't get to go to the games.
Yeah.
And this is their sort of weekend, Saturday night thing to do with the kids, or
Yeah.
when they've not managed to go or not keep up with football, switch it on at that time, 10:30,
Yeah.
and to watch it with the kids, see what was happening over the weekend if you've not already found out what the score is.
Yeah, definitely.
So
As like I've always just enjoyed watching previews and what they pros have got to say. Do they align with your opinion?
all the moments of contentions in games, VAR and everything else.
They have now. Yeah.
The goals and the celebrations and everything else. So no, be missed. But
So watch these videos on the mass season really, and I've enjoyed it with my friends. So should be good. Some joyful. Oh well, I'll enjoy watching that back anyway, if nobody else does. So the semi-finals of FA Cup afternoon game. So tense stuff. Forest have never lost a penalty shootout in the FA Cup. So let's might be. Hopefully it's not first. Worried.
So saved it, didn't he?
Jack Kitchell went.
Get it! Come on! I love it, lads.
You look worried. You look worried, didn't you? Come on then now. Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, Williams.
Oh, man.
It's always a different kind of mentality when the penalty before you.
Oh, the smiles of her all.
We make it something to.
Pressure to feel like you've got to score to get your team in the match. It's just leaning back on it all the time. But looking at it in the face there tells you that he wasn't confident over that ball and didn't really punch it.
Oh, he was so good on his penalty.
So Diego Gomez strides forward.
He's expected to keep to die, isn't he?
Come on, Marilla, you hype them up.
Literally.
Well, they deserve to lose now, 2 penalties.
That's my boy.
Just to smash it, look. Oh, one goal. For themselves.
Judges his run really well, I have to say, because he doesn't commit either side. He just
right.
stands there.
Murillo enjoys that one, doesn't he?
He's going to be right in line a bit, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes!
Corner and Google with it, fair enough, and slotted it, hadn't he?
And the pressure is
Oh, come on.
Brighton.
I can't go!
I'm a numpty.
So if Sel saves this, that's it, we've done
If
it.
they miss, we're Wembley, yeah.
Calm, assured, very solid. He puts plenty of power on that cycle. He just punches it low. Lewis down.
Oh, of course he saved it. So it is FA Cup semi-final day on the way down to Wembley. We just you see KJ mobiles in the background. We're all the way down to Luton already. Only see is red people, no City fans yet. All Forest. So first time Forest have been at Wembley for a major semi-final for a long time. So yeah, just a pit stop and then back into Wembley. Let's go, you Reds. We are at the famous City Ground in the fan zone just before the game with the boys ready to go in. There's the bright foot stand in the background. So big game tonight. First time we've had a big game like this for years. That actually means something. You know, we can come out with something on top. So come on, you Reds, let's go. We're minutes away from kick-off. This is what we're all here for. This is a big moment. You Reds, you wait and watch. Let's go. How do I turn it on? There we go. So on to the next transport news. So I was watching something the other day on I think it's called a U8. What they've bought out in China. It's like a new SUV and it can float in water basically. So it's only like 50 grand, which 50 grand's a lot of money. But when you're looking at SUVs nowadays, it's not so expensive.
No, it's not in price for a lot of SUVs.
Yeah, and so
50 grand is
it floats.
yeah.
And put it in water, and it does like a tank turn. So have a look at that online. I thought that was great. It's just like literally can do a tank turn, which basically means it don't have to go forward or backwards. It can just turn full circle.
I don't imagine it could go over the Atlantic Ocean though. Could it?
No, it was
Just
like
for rivers
1.2 meters. I think it's good
Yeah.
for like floods.
Yeah. Rivers,
So, yeah, I think-
streams.
yeah, it's just for like when you get caught in a flood or whatever, you can literally just drive away from it.
So Dover's still in action then for
Yeah, Dover's still fine. Yeah, but obviously onto that in the future, and how China and everywhere else seems to be working on the future. I've seen this new hover bike. I've just come across it. So it's like a Star Wars thing. It's great. It's got top speed of 124 mile an hour, and it's like saying this is going to be a new form of transport. So we're gonna have like little hover bikes knocking around. They seem a bit probably quick, and they're a bit overpriced. So it might be for a different caliber of person, but they start at over 100 grand. So it's not, you're not just going to dip down and get one for a from Alpha.
it's not something to nip to the shop.
Argos or whatever.
Yeah,
So but yeah, something to look at obviously, and I think they look cool. So yeah, maybe it's something what
You like Star Wars, you like bikes,
you like,
and it hovers, then it might be for you.
I think there's some regulations going to have to come in for that one.
Yeah.
So and also a shout out to the local grassroots football team, what my son plays for, I coach for as well, is Clipston Napoli under-8s football team, won the Kickstart tournament for Clipston on the other Saturday. So it was really good day, nice sunny day, everyone enjoyed themselves, and they managed to win it. So well done to the guys, and they got me involved like halfway through the season in coaching, so I really appreciate giving me that opportunity to like coach my boys. I really took a lot from it, and coaching the other lads really it's really good to see the development and how well they've come on.
So now you're a football manager as well.
I've actually done a bit.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do football manager anymore. Thank you very much. So just teaching showing the kids a thing or two, and if they can enjoy the game as much as I can, I'll be more than happy.
Yeah.
One of the videos obviously was me getting back on the tours. So yes, we have a busy company, and obviously it's still busy this time of year. We had a couple of scenarios while explaining the video, and I ended up getting the Snickers back on and doing a day on the tours. So please enjoy this video, and tell me what you think. So yeah, leave some comments at the bottom. Morning everyone. So we had a bit of a crazy day yesterday, which sometimes can happen in construction. So sadly Charlotte fell ill and I had to go home. So I had to do the induction for the new solar salesman on my own, which I could really do with Charlotte's help. She knows her way around the software better than I do. And then we had a steady day for Friday set up, but unforeseen issues on jobs from yesterday meant that 2 jobs have overrun to today, and then 1 hour remedial jobs what were being done this morning. The guy who was doing that for us, he's basically he got a holiday booked in, so he could only do first thing this morning, but his own job run over as well. So it's left that customer not being able to that remedial job, which obviously we don't really want to disappoint. So even though I haven't done this for a while, I've actually got the Snickers on and I'm back on the tools today. Also, little mention for Dan Barnes, who works in our office. He does the phone quotes and sold his first boiler yesterday. So well done to Dan. First of many, I'm sure. And yeah, well done again. So just here at an install in Nottingham. As you can see, we fitted a back seat, 830 Platinum. They were originally condensing regular boiler with cylinder. I converted it to combi. You can see here, look, we've got a nice little pack all set. So he's got all his paperwork just at the side, which is a spot on for when we're coming back and service it, so we know where the paperwork is. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck in to the service. I always start off with doing the filter first, and then changing the filters in there, get all the wet stuff out of the way before I start doing all the tests. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to prop this up here so you can watch me do that. Well, you're probably just going to see the back of my head, but you get the idea. As you can see, I've got the in commission mode on the 400%. Readings are all perfect. I've just done the gas rate as well. That's why I stopped recording, because I usually do the gas rate on my phone, and it is just basically got to full temperature, so it's now stopped. So yeah, that'll be end of the for our test. I'll start to call my results already. Just got to fill in the benchmark. This is really important that gets completed as well. Obviously, then we do all our gas certificates digitally. I've got my iPad there ready to fill in. Just need to take all the details. I'll take a photo of the data badge as well. That'll all go down into our data system, so it's all ready for another year. Also, another video we've got is the kids. So back to the kids. That was a big part of my life, as you all know. I went to a car wash where you do it yourself. In the buzz, because I'd not got much time. Thought it'd be nice and quick, just out of the local garage, and basically took the car into the wash. You do it all yourself, but I got all the kids inside, and they got my phone as well. So we've got automatic doors. So not only were they opening the automatic doors when I were on the outside while I were inside, but they look like they're probably on cleaning for about 5 minutes. They've had like the time of their lives, and it weren't until like probably a couple of days later when I've looked at my photo reel. They've just been filming each other, arguing with each other, taking photos of each other. I just thought it was quite entertaining. I thought you might enjoy like seeing what they've got up to. So yeah, enjoy that.
I've got to tell Daddy. Hendrix is naughty everywhere she goes.
I'm taking a video. I'm giving a video.
Boo!
Hey, Daddy, look at me.
Boo! Give it a phone!
Taking a video.
Give it a phone!
And that is pretty much it for the first part. So the next part of the show is just going to be a few fun questions, which we've done in the past. We're going to ask Josh a few questions, see, well, yeah, to wait and see what the questions are going to be. So I'll go across to, and the first one's going to be, what was your first car? Do you drive?
I do.
You
Yeah.
drive, yeah. And then, yeah, what was your first car? Tell us a story.
So my first car was 12 years ago now.
Okay.
And I got a Vauxhall Astra Sports and white.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a nice car then. You did well for the first car.
yeah. I didn't do too bad. I saved up all my life because I really wanted to drive when I turned 17.
So a long drive.
All over a long and drawn out time. Wanting to drive, turned 17, started my lessons, passed my tests first time, and then looked at my first car, which yeah, it was expensive to buy and expensive to insure back then. So I think the insurance nearly matched the purchase price of the car back then. But
I think that's usual now, isn't it?
well, I don't know. Is it still the same for kids growing up? Is the insurance still a big
deal.
part of the costs?
Yeah, I
I
don't
know it was back then, 12, 13 years ago, but
Yeah.
I don't know, as times changed.
Oh, maybe so. So, as you know, I had the Ford Poplar Plus, and it was in the family. So my granddad had it, and then my sister had it, and then I had it.
Yeah.
So it didn't really cost me anything. It cost me a couple £100.
Yeah.
But I do
yeah.
remember my second car. I had a Fiesta
Okay.
Red XR2i.
Yeah.
I think my dad bought it me. I was really fortunate. I mean, I think my dad bought it for his son. You know, he just like a car. He really thought, I really like that. He
Yeah.
bought it. He bought it for me. 900 quid, I think it was, something like that.
Okay.
Bought me insurance for 1200. So I think I wouldn't like to think how much insurance is going to be by the time my kids are driving.
Yeah.
but I know it's an awful lot of money.
Everything seems to be going up, and I'm sure that's not excluded. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think my first insurance was about 2.5, 3 grand.
Yeah, scary amount of money.
Which when you just turn 17, 18,
Yeah, you ain't got that money.
no, you don't.
No, it's scary amount of
So
money.
you've got to ask your family, your friends to chip in for birthday, Christmas presents,
Yeah.
to get you on the roads. But yeah, no, driving for me was a massive step and part of how I've done what I've done now. I think getting to drive for the first time and having the independence you have from driving is huge. So I recommend to anyone to, if you haven't started,
Yeah, start saving.
yeah.
So do you know with the car thing, we had a common theme now. It always seems to be like Ford or Vauxhall.
Yeah.
They are the more cost-effective brands, aren't they? With
Yeah.
cars. I know mine and my sisters were both Ford. Kieran were a Ford. Charlotte's been on theirs were a Ford. Vauxhalls again, same.
And things would changed now from back then. I think they were the go-to cars when you were that age.
I think they're more options now, aren't they?
Yeah, for a budget, Fords and your Vauxhalls were always a good, reliable car to get when you're 17, 18. But the amount of options people got now.
I actually seen what I used to have, the Popular Plus,
Yeah.
Fiesta, other week. Someone was at it like in the garage because they're 40-year-old.
Yeah.
You look at it and it's tiny. It's literally it's smaller than a smart car.
Yeah.
It's a bit longer than a smart car, but they're literally that size. They're absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
Because obviously now they've all the infrastructures on, I've noticed, but that's why they probably cost so much as well.
Yeah.
So we know that you obviously support Forest and you get down where you can.
Yeah.
What else do you do in your spare time?
Go to the gym. Spend a lot of time with my family. I've got a little boy that's nearly 16 months now. So really just getting involved with him. Go swimming on weekends with him. Obviously going to watch Forest. Just getting down to the pub and having a few drinks on the weekend with the family.
Yeah.
And friends. So
That's good. Nice this time of year.
yeah, and just going on holidays. Like I said, we're going down to Whitby next weekend. So just trying to get out as much as I can and getting him to see the world like I did when I was a kid. So
yeah. That's it. Like spending the time of the weekends is priceless, isn't it? The memories forever. We went to. We've got a couple of photos. What I'll put up now and show you. Where we went to the Anchor in Gunthorpe, and for entertainment for the kids, they got like one of them old Volkswagen campers. That cut off, and then they were on there entertaining, wars and juggling, and then they got like one of them big old locomotives like train things that kids could go around on, like football nets. And I thought, for a pub to have all that entertainment, me and Shaw had lunch while I could watch the kids, and I had a pint. Lovely afternoon. So yeah, check it out. It's a great.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things for kids to do nowadays.
Yeah.
And my boy, he's starting to get into that. He started walking now and started making a bit more noise. So he'll be right as rain if he gets anything like that going on. So
yeah. So and then one last question for you. So we had a couple of good answers off of this. What has been your worst ever present you've received for Christmas?
This is. Well, the easy answer would be socks because I hate receiving socks.
Yeah, we all get socks. Yeah.
It's a mainstay of Christmas, isn't it?
Socks and pants. Yeah.
My worst ever Christmas present. That is an interesting one.
You've been fortunate. You've not had.
Yeah, no, I'm not really a big present person, to be honest. If I want something, I sort of buy it throughout the year, and Christmas, I don't really ask much of anyone. So I'm gonna have to be boring and say socks, isn't it? Just because I don't like when I get socks.
You're not getting socks if you've had.
No, absolutely. I hope she watches this and she doesn't buy me socks. So fingers crossed for that.
None of the cartoon character ones as well.
Yeah. I don't mind those ones. All fair. If they're fun ones, I can live with that. It's just the boring, plain old socks.
Yeah.
Because someone doesn't know what to buy you, so they just buy your socks or boxes. So
yeah, you normally get the I normally get the grumpy dad's socks.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
So right. So that's the end of the show today. Thank you for watching. And if you could please subscribe, like, and comment down at the bottom, and we'll comment back on anything you say to us. So thank you for watching again from me and Josh.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers. See you next time.
See you later.